Welcome to Jack Talk, where we take a look at some hot takes, juicy celebrity gossip, and everything in between. Today, we will be discussing the upcoming holidays, new movies, and you won't believe what celebrity couple is living out everyone's wildest dream. All this and more today on Jack Talk. I'm Blaine Williamson alongside here CJ, Xavier, and Ella. And here in East Texas, we're finally seeing temperatures under 100 degrees. That means fall is in the air along with all the celebrations and activities that go along with it. With Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas right around the corner, there'll be a ton of fun things to do in the next couple of months. Me personally, I would really like to go to a pumpkin patch. Ella?
Yeah, I had the chance to go to the pumpkin patch at Christ Episcopal Church. It was a lot of fun, and they actually brought in 1,800 pumpkins for this event. It's open all the way till Halloween, so y'all should definitely stop by.
So those pumpkins, you said 1,800?
800, yes. There was a lot of pumpkins. It was really cool, different shapes, sizes, and they also were selling different things at the table you could buy. I think just different like pumpkin treats, things like that. It was really cool.
Now, before we keep going, I'm not a fan of pumpkins.
Okay, honestly, if you didn't say it, I was going to. Pumpkins are the worst.
They're not,
I don't
they're not
like
great.
the smell. I don't like the texture. I don't like the feel. There's nothing about pumpkins. Pumpkin pie? No.
I
Pumpkin
was gonna
spice?
ask,
Absolutely
even
not.
pumpkin pie?
food?
No. Pumpkin pie? No. If you look at me and offer me pumpkin pie, I will be offended. I
Wait.
will be upset.
You don't like even carving a pumpkin, though?
Oh, I think that's fun.
But
Carving
like-
a pumpkin is pretty fun.
Okay, but at the same time, I just don't like. I do agree, like actually like carving but the build up too, like you have to like take off the top, you have to get all the guts inside. It just gets me.
Well, you
Gets
do
me
all
going.
that. You do all that work, like cutting it out and stuff. I don't do any of that. I'm like the last person there, and I just get the candy out of it for it.
I don't know, man. You know, and I really do like the Halloween candy. But moving on from other holidays in the fall, with Christmas right around the corner, it won't be too long before NAC is covered in tinsels, light, and ornaments. But how early is too early? Every year it seems like Christmas decor hits earlier and earlier, and recently in a nationwide poll, most Americans think Thanksgiving is the right time to get the lights, whereas about 10% say November 1st. On the other hand, 12% of Americans support leaving up their lights year-round. I personally think that Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving, that is when we should put up lights.
I
Christmas-
agree. In my family, we've always done day after Thanksgiving they go up, day after Christmas they come down. That's how we do
But
it.
Xavier, you can agree with me. We have an entire month of December. Christmas isn't until the 25th. Why are we setting
Exactly.
this
Like
early?
if it's the day after, I think you're trying way too hard to get ahead of everybody. Like if for me, I'm gonna wait at least 2 to 3 weeks, get my presents and stuff together, and then when I got the presents right, then I'll put the tree up and stuff like that.
We
That
didn't
takes
even
a couple
mention
weeks.
presents. You have your presents ready before you're setting up the tree?
Absolutely not.
I don't. It's
No.
an empty tree for me, and then
Yeah,
just
yeah.
decorated.
You start with an empty tree, and then as the month of December goes about, then you like start adding presents to that, and then at the end, when on Christmas, everything that your family gives you, as long as what Santa brings you, that's what you open on Christmas.
So we're talking about all this time in between. We have Thanksgiving. We still haven't even hit that yet. We have to celebrate, get our fall decorations for Thanksgiving, and then still set up for Christmas? Where's our time?
You know what? It's okay.
Okay.
It's all right. You know
Okay.
what? We'll agree to disagree on that one.
Okay.
Stay with us because after the break, we're going to shift gears and talk about new movies and music that will be coming out in 2024. Jack Talk will be right back. Welcome back to Jack Talk. We've been talking about all things fall, the events, the decorations, how much we dislike pumpkins. But now we're going to take a look at some new movies hitting the big screen in 2024. Great part about the fall season is getting cozy and watching your favorite movies. Today.com recently released an article of the most anticipated movies for 2024. The biggest standouts being Bob Marley, One Love, highlighting the life and legacy of a music icon, Challengers, a tennis love triangle story starring Zendaya, Deadpool 3 with Hugh Jackman returning as Wolverine, and Snow White starring Rachel Zegler and Andrew Burnap. I don't know about you guys, but I am the most excited for Deadpool.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty skeptical about Deadpool because they're bringing Hugh Jackman back, and I'm worried about what the MCU is gonna do with them. I think they should just let them die at Logan. I ain't gonna lie.
But what about the Bob Marley movie? You know, that should be really big. He's one of the biggest artists of all time.
I saw the trailer for that last week, and it looked really cool. It was my first time seeing it.
I've actually never, I have not heard of the Bob Marley movie. I'm interested to look into seeing like what's going on with going on with that.
And we have Zendaya in a new role altogether, right?
Yeah, when it comes to Zendaya, like it's the tennis love triangle story, and I'm used to her being in like pop stuff like Shake It Up and things like that. So this is kind of awkward. I'm not sure how I
It's
feel about
like a new role that I feel like the audience hasn't seen her do before. So it'll be interesting to see how she is.
Yeah, but I also think that we really saw like a new side of her in
Euphoria?
Yeah, Euphoria.
Oh, yeah.
And I think
Oh,
that
yeah.
was kind of a little bit pushing it. But like I just after seeing some of the trailers for this this new movie, it's kind of like weird. Like I don't
It's
know
a
how to feel
stomach
It's
turner,
very
if you get what I'm
weird.
saying. It's a
Yeah.
stomach turner.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think Euphoria kind of got us all prepared for that.
But see, I personally never watched Euphoria.
Same. I
And
never
so like
watched it either.
I've seen like clips of it, so I kind of know like the premises of the show. But like at the same time, like that's not a Zendaya role that I see her playing.
One thing I think that's interesting about Zendaya is we've watched her, at least our age, we've watched her since our childhood. And so she started with Shake It Up. And then I think her roles mature as her audience that watches her grows up too. So we started with Shake It Up with her, and then now Euphoria, and then The Challenger. So maybe it's just like she knows her audience is growing. And so the role
So-
she's going to be in will mature too.
You know how we talked about the Bob Marley movie?
Yeah.
Or do you think it's going to talk about like his support of his country, or just him as an artist? What do you think it's going to tackle?
I
as a
honestly
movie?
kind of like just from hearing, I think it kind of be a little bit of both.
Okay.
I
They probably
agree.
had
It's
like
gonna
his
be a mix
story
of
like
both.
growing
I
up.
That's what I
but-
would think. 'Cause he was very impactful, you know? Like
Mhm.
in my
In the trailer, it had hints of like his personal beliefs and like other things about his life besides just his music. So I think that'll be the case with this movie.
Yeah, I definitely agree. All right, but you know what? Movies are great and all, but what really makes a movie special is the music. Music is one of the most powerful tools in the world, and there's so much of it out there. Some of it's really amazing, some of it's not so much. But CJ?
Well, I looked at some of the bigger albums of this year. We have Drake. He released For All the Dogs, and that detailed the struggles he had with women and stardom. So Bad Bunny also released an album on October 13th. This album comes after huge success of his first album, Un Verano Sin Ti. Fans were expecting a lot from the iHeartRadio Latin Pop Artist of the Year, and he did not disappoint. If you do want to listen to the song, go ahead and check out Monaco. That was my personal favorite. This album was a release of emotions from the pain of being famous, but also not caring and not wanting to be put inside of a box. And arguably one of the bigger female artists in the world, Taylor Swift, is re-releasing an album. I believe it's 1989. She's coming with a more adult voice. This comes 9 years after releasing the original album. This long-running success comes after her tour that beat out Beyonce and Bruce Springsteen. She's also the first female artist to ever hit 100 million Spotify streams. Now, me personally, I don't like her. I don't think she gets
Really?
all the hype that she receives for 1989. What was the album she released before this? Ella?
It was Speak Now.
Speak
so
Now?
she's going through and doing all the Taylor's versions. And she just did Speak Now in 1989. And I think this is cool because now she's having ownership of the music. And so that's why it's, to me and to her fans, it's important, just because it's like she has the ownership of it. So that's kind of the backstory of why 9 years later she's releasing
But
this.
guys, come on. It seems a little crazy. It seems like she makes her fans a little ballistic even.
Okay, I mean, we can sit here and talk about Taylor Swift all day long, but I really want to get into Drake.
Okay.
Okay, Drake, he has some good music, I'm not gonna lie, but that guy is a walking, talking meme.
That's very true. But when it comes to his album, I'm not gonna lie, I think he went like 2 for 23 with this album. Like,
Wow.
I think the one with his typical like timestamp thing, like 8 a.m. or whatever it was, in the song with J. Cole, but he wasn't even the best on that song. It was easily J. Cole. I'm like, come on now. He hasn't been good to me since like 2017.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's when
old
Views
Drake,
came out.
Old Drake is a lot better
Like,
than
way
him.
better.
Guys, let's
Yeah.
not tear him down. He's releasing an album for the last 5 years. He released
Okay.
an album.
And this is going to be his last one for a while. I don't know if y'all saw this, but he's taking a break to focus on his stomach
Yep.
issues. He has really bad health issues, so this is the last one for a while.
I don't know, man. I just feel like if you're gonna go out with something, if you're gonna say like, "Oh, this is my last album for a while," you gotta end on a banger, man. Like,
And you're saying you didn't like anything on the album?
I mean, I personally haven't listened all the way through, but just from what I have listened to, nothing.
Wow.
I like Her Loss better than this one.
Yeah, definitely.
I've
Her
heard
Loss
so
was
many
better.
people say that.
Yeah.
And her loss was honestly not that not one of my favorites.
But out of the more recent ones, that's what I would have to say.
I don't know, man. Like I said, music is a powerful tool, so we're gonna have to see what's going on with that. But after the break, we're gonna be talking about a new power couple that started with a friendship bracelet, as well as look into a divorce that may have sparked a new friendship? All this and more when we return to Jack Talk. Welcome back to Jack Talk as we get into the juicy details of a potential new power couple as well as a messy divorce. Let's start off by talking about a girl who is just making her mark and constantly in the news lately, Taylor Swift. She's been on a roll with her tour and news with that, but it doesn't stop there. There's sparks flying between her and NFL superstar Travis Kelce. People are even saying she's the one that put him on the map, making his fame rise drastically. What do you guys think?
So personally, like I said, don't like Taylor Swift. But at the same time, she did bring a lot of energy and fans to football, and that's something I can really support.
I do think I have never been the biggest football fan, but I have gotten more engaged this season just because I wanted to know because I feel like it's kind of brought in entertainment and sports news combined. So then I've become more interested in it, and it's been fun to watch.
I think Travis Kelce made a great business decision. He's had like 300K followers since like he got with Taylor Swift. His sales are through the roof. Like this was a great move for him.
His jersey sales increased drastically. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I get it. This is a good thing, but leave it alone, okay? Why are we having people in every single locker room filming their every single move, and why is every time Travis Kelce scores a touchdown, it goes to Taylor Swift? I personally, as a football fan, am very tired. I love Taylor Swift. I'm not gonna lie. Taylor Swift's one of my favorites, but I'm here to watch football. I don't really care about what Taylor Swift has to do with her reaction to Travis Kelce scoring.
To that point, let's not act like Taylor's been in the best relationships. I hope that Travis Kelce realizes that he's just one of many and decides to break up with her.
This is her 13th boyfriend, and everyone says that's 13's her lucky number though. So everyone says this is the one. I think it's very like ironic. He has like the same birthday as her grandma. There's a lot of like little tie-ins. So then people are saying maybe this is very special.
I don't
So
know.
I wouldn't cut it out yet.
What happened to the 12th guy? The guy before?
I don't know, man. And one of my biggest things is Taylor Swift did not bring Travis Kelce's fame. Travis Kelce is an NFL All-Star.
I agree. I don't think she gave him fame. I think she gave him fame to a new audience.
I would agree with
yes.
that. But like everyone's acting like Travis Kelce or Taylor Swift put Travis Kelce on the map, which is incorrect.
He's arguably the greatest tight end of all time. It's like it was Travis Kelce. Like
not to mention he's a good-looking guy.
Okay, yes,
he's a good-looking guy.
He is a
He's a good-looking guy.
But like saying that Taylor Swift is the one that brought him to fame,
right?
I don't know about
that's
that.
a stretch and a half, in my opinion.
I do. I disagree. She didn't give him fame by like dating him or starting to like him. It just a whole new audience. I wasn't very familiar with him beforehand, and now I know much more about him.
I get that, but I think for all in all, like I just think that we're doing way too much with this. I think we're following it way too close. I think that's honestly why I don't want to be a celebrity, because I would be afraid of like everyone seeing my news out in the world.
I agree.
Right. Take a step back,
Yeah.
Let them have their relationship.
Travis Kelce posted something or in an interview, he said that he felt like ESPN was kind of like putting too much attention on it and overhyping it.
I get you, because that's the whole thing with Taylor Swift. And you know what? Speaking of Taylor Swift, she was recently seen having a girls' night with Sophie Turner. Turner is in the middle of her divorce with Joe Jonas, and so now her and Taylor Swift both share him as an ex. What do you guys think about the divorce and Taylor kind of showing her alliance to Sophie?
Well, they were friends. Sophie and Taylor were friends beforehand, and I think just kind of like sharing him as an ex kind of makes them have like a closer bond. And Sophie Turner actually posted her wearing a bracelet that said "Fearless" on it.
I did see that.
And "Fearless" is the album that Taylor wrote about Jonas.
See, that right there is when I put my tinfoil hat on, because this all sounds like a setup. Then she got Fearless written on her arm. They're both sharing the same ex. This is all a complete setup.
Taylor Swift is ruining the kids' brains. That's what it is. She's everywhere. She's everywhere.
And remind me, Sophie Turner, she's Game of Thrones, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I was
She's
making
Game
sure
of
that was the.
But Tell me how she found out about the divorce thing. It was so funny.
She found out about the divorce because just the news outlets. The couple had a fight on his birthday, and then the next day she saw posted on the news, Joe Jonas filed for a divorce.
Okay,
and she was
but
like,
imagine being like, okay, honey, I'm leaving for work. See ya. Okay, have a great day. Oh, let me just watch TV. I got some alone time. This just in, you're getting divorced.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
You watching
That
me
would
right
be-
now, I'm divorced.
that would be heartbreaking. I think that's why it got so much like media coverage, just because it was like such a shocking divorce that she didn't even know about it.
I know.
How long were they together? Does anyone know?
What?
How
Do you
long
know
were
how
they
long they were
together?
together?
3, 5 years?
I know they have kids together.
They have
I didn't
toddler,
know
2
that.
toddler
I didn't
age
know that.
girls.
Kids.
They do have kids together, and it was recently. I think they actually recently just came up with a, what is it?
Custody agreement?
Yeah, custody
Yes.
agreement. I think it's just going to be shared custody, but you know what that means? 2 Christmases.
I think we would be forgetting how old these guys are. Like, we were kids and they were like in their 20s.
Oh,
So
yeah.
when you say they have kids, it's like they have kids? Like, they're
It
in
was
their
a big
mid-30s
shock,
now?
you know?
Yeah,
It
it's
was a big
ridiculous.
shock.
Yeah, because I remember the Jonas Brothers like being big whenever I was growing up. I guess they're probably about what, 17, 18.
Went from
probably.
Camp Rock to divorce.
I
You
mean, I
know,
guess.
like in my mind, that's my
But-
mind. Camp
and that's
Rock
what's kind of
divorce.
crazy about me is like we're all growing up, man.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
all getting. Yeah, that's going back to the Joe Jonas Sophie Turner. Like that's crazy to me. Like that's a legitimate problem that they're having to go through, and I am worried about what I'm gonna have for lunch tomorrow.
And to Taylor's credit, she's being a great friend supporting her friend while going through a divorce. You know, I can't just get on her all day. But Sophie Turner, I'm more, even though Joe Jonas is definitely in the wrong here, he handled the situation a little poorly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Was it funny?
Absolutely.
Was it
I
funny?
also think this kind of like the attention that they're getting is kind of brought on them because like they're seeing what's going on.
Right.
But let's switch gears here. So the new season of The Kardashians premiered on September 28th, and episodes are coming out weekly. This season is really exposing the sister feud, like how they have a group chat called Not Courtney. I personally don't keep up with the Kardashians. I know a little bit about them. They're probably like 90% plastic. A lot of them are very attractive. But other than
Specifically?
Courtney. I like Courtney. Courtney's my
Courtney,
girl. Courtney's my
absolutely.
girl. But like, I don't know too much about the sister feud.
I've been keeping up with it. So the sister feud has been going on for years, but the most recent fight was because Courtney just got married, and then Kim was invited to do a Dolce & Gabbana kind of sponsorship
Yeah.
shoot type thing, but Courtney's wedding was Dolce & Gabbana.
Oh.
And so there was
wow.
this feud of like, oh, you're trying to copy me, you're copying my style, my theme, everything like that. And that's kind of how this most recent fight started. And then hence the group chat, Not Courtney, where the sisters, their friend group, discuss
Everyone
Courtney.
discuss Courtney?
Yeah.
Hey,
Speaking
y'all
of,
need to let off my girl Courtney, okay?
You know how they, the sister bondhood? Did you guys see in Travis Baker's memoir how he said he had a brief thing
I
with
did.
Kim Kardashian?
Oh, I did.
Yes.
I did. Bro, speaking of Kim, she gets around. We got Pete Davidson, Kanye, Travis Barker.
Oh, right. And Travis said that there was nothing
No
romantic.
actual
Right.
relationship,
But there
just
was
an
definitely there was
attraction.
something there. There was something there.
This is just a midlife crisis. She'll get over it and she'll probably get with somebody. for
midlife
like,
crisis.
Yeah.
Isn't she like 50?
Her midlife crisis. Well, with those kind of people, she's probably gonna live to like 100 years old with the
Oh,
money
yeah.
she got.
Oh, yeah.
So it's midlife. for her,
as much plastic as she has.
Might be 50 and looking 26.
I don't know, man. But yeah, the sister feud is actually kind of funny.
Oh, yeah.
And I was thinking, I was talking to some of my friends about it, and I was like, imagine like the person you're married to, then you'd always think, oh, he thinks my sister's hotter than me.
Exactly.
That's probably what fuels the feud more
Yeah.
beyond
But
all the other things.
To their own credit, it's getting viewers. That's getting so many viewers. That's going
I-
to keep bringing people in every time.
I definitely think a lot of that is scripted.
Oh, yeah,
I
definitely.
agree.
There's no way.
Absolutely.
There's no way this just happens.
Right. No family is this confrontation.
Especially like the millions of dollars that they're making off this show. There's no way that this is like, oh yeah, like something happened and we have been.
In filming, we just made $1 million.
Like I
Yeah.
guarantee when a fight starts and they mess it up, they're like, all right, cut, reshoot, do that again, throw this again, throw this at her face,
Yep,
claw her
yep.
face like this. It's happening all the time.
See, I don't know if it's that extreme, but I do definitely think that there is a little bit of bias to it. You know, like there's like rumors planted here and there, and be like, you know what, I think that you should start having a crush on this guy.
But how do you guys feel? Like, how do you think they personally feel to know that their entire life is in the spotlight all the time?
See, that's one of my things. Is I just
Like, they're
don't-
still human, you know?
I just don't know if I would like having my business out for the entire world to
I-
see. That's just one thing as me personally. Like I just wouldn't want to see that happen.
I
But,
agree. And recently, Kim's been doing the lawyer thing, and it showed that in the
Yeah.
episodes. And with that, she's putting other people's life
Yeah,
on
I just don't
TV.
get it, man. But you know what? I'm glad we had this talk, guys. And thank you for watching. If you'd like to watch more Jack Talk, check us out on YouTube TV at Jack TV SFA. We'll see you next time for more East Texas chatting and pop culture fun next time on Jack Talk.